right next to me.
Okay, well, okay. Here we go.
If it tries to bite, you just have to plink it on the head or nose. And it'll go like watch.
Okay. Well, it would already bit me though. Probably. Do you want to move that? This is part 18.
A very sad day.
No, it's not a
Happy!
sad... Honey, I know you remember a lot of them, but this is not a happy... It says, A Blind Man Sees, part 18. So this is the story about the blind man. I'm sure you know it, but we still read it. One day, Jesus walked along. He saw a man blind from birth, a man who could not see. Jesus' disciples asked him who had disobeyed God, this man or his parents, that he was born blind. Jesus said there was a different reason why this man was born blind. Jesus told him to watch and see the work God had sent him to do. So the disciples watched as Jesus walked over to the blind man and spat upon the ground. He made some mud with the spit and put it on the blind man's eyes. Then Jesus said, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which means sin. So the man went, and the man washed.
Does that mean sin in Spanish?
No, it doesn't mean sin in Spanish. That is probably... that's the name. That's the name of the lake. The name of the lake was Siloam. Okay? And do you know what happened next? What happened next?
He came alive. Oh, not alive. He could see.
Yes. When the man opened his eyes again, he could see. By this miracle, God showed everyone that Jesus had been sent to do God's work. Now some of the leaders listened to the man's story, but they did not believe that Jesus had made him see. They said of Jesus, This man is not from God. But the man who had been blind knew better. He told them that Jesus must have come from God, and this made the leaders so angry that they threw the man out of the temple. Later Jesus found the man. Jesus told him that God had sent him into the world to make people see that he could rescue them from sin. The man now saw who Jesus really was, and he believed. And that's our part for today. We read every day something.
Do you know who gave me that little package?
Who?
It starts as ABBY.
Abby gave you the package?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you want to put our bookmark?
Actually, I want to read this one. This is my favorite page.
Oh, this is The Dead Man Raised to Life.
Yeah,
Part 19. Okay. A man named Lazarus was very sick. His sisters, Mary and Martha, knew that he was dying. They wanted Jesus to come and heal Lazarus. So they sent for Jesus. Jesus loved his friends, but when he heard Lazarus was sick, he did a surprising thing. He stayed where he was. He did not come right away. Jesus knew God was going to use him to do something amazing.
God is Jesus.
Yes. Jesus was going to show God's power over death. So Jesus waited until Lazarus died, and then he went to be with his friends.
Did you know something silly? His beard kind of looks like ants.
It does, but this is it's a artistic drawings here that they do. It's watercolors. So that's how they do it. By the time Jesus got there, Lazarus had been in a tomb for 4 days. Martha met him and said, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. Jesus replied, Your brother will rise again. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. Do you believe this? And Martha said yes. She believed that Jesus was God's King and Son who was sent to bring life to the world. Then Mary came to see Jesus, and Jesus saw her crying. He went with Mary to the tomb, and then Jesus cried too. Some who were there saw Jesus and said, Could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man also have kept this man from dying? They did not know that Jesus was getting ready to show them that God had sent him to rescue people from sin and death. Jesus told them to open the tomb. Only then did Jesus step forward and pray, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I said this, that they may believe that you sent me." Then, in a really loud voice, Jesus shouted, "Lazarus, come out." You know what happened then?
It came alive.
God answered Jesus' prayer. Lazarus came out. He was alive. A dead man was now alive again. Jesus showed the people that God's Spirit had
He
power.
looks like a web feet.
He does.
He looks like web feet.
Yes, to bring new life. Many people believed in Jesus that day. They believed, here is the one who will rescue God's people. Here is the one who has become God's place. Here is the one who even rules over death and can bring God's blessing to all the peoples of the earth. The people were ready to make Jesus their king. But that made the leaders very angry. They were jealous of Jesus. They hated him and did not want him as their king. They decided the time had come they would kill him as soon as they could. Next is part 20. You want to do that one? We'll read part 20 tomorrow.
21. Do they have 100 in that page?
No, I think they have about
40.
Yeah. Okay.
How